You're listening to the John and Heidi Show Bonus Hour. If you miss any of the program, you can find the podcast at the bottom of the page at sunnyradio.com.
Thank you for listening to the John and Heidi Show Bonus Hour. Super excited for my guest today, Jordan Deffenbaugh. He is with an organization called the CRC, and they are the Community Revitalization Collective. They're a bunch of do-gooders doing all kinds of good stuff. I love that. That's awesome. Yesterday, they did a thing called Citizen Taco. They do that every Wednesday, so if you missed it yesterday, it's okay. They'll do it again next Wednesday and the following Wednesday, and we're going to chat with them all about that. And they've also got a thing called the Tool Library, Sioux Falls Tool Library. I keep saying Tool Lending Library because here's why. There's a thing called the Toy Lending Library, two completely different things. In my brain, I've got them tied together. They're not related other than they're both amazing organizations. But this one, the Sioux Falls Tool Library, you can become a member for as little as $50 a year. And then when you have like a need for tools, instead of going out and buying a tool, you just go out and pick one up and you use it. And then you bring it back when you're done, like a library. How cool is that? I've got a bunch of tools that when we finish the projects that we have, we got a bunch of projects going on right now, but when we get done with them, I'm going to be taking them to the Tool Library. We're going to be chatting with Jordan Deffenbaugh all about that. We've also got him scheduled for next week because they've got some events coming up next week, and we've got him scheduled for the following week because they've got more stuff coming up the following week. They are busy, busy folks at the CRC. We're going to chat with him all about that coming up. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show Bonus Hour on a Thursday.
Give yourself a little credit.
It's more important than ever to have a better credit card. At bettercreditcards.com, we offer a variety of credit card options to fit your needs. Whether you want a card to give you cash back or a credit card to help you build your credit, we probably have it at bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
Give yourself a little credit. Go ahead and switch to bettercreditcards.com.
Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show. Excited to visit right now with Jordan Deffenbaugh. He is with Community Revitalization Collective, CRC, and they're doing some amazing things in Sioux Falls. And first thing we're going to talk about here is the Sioux Falls Tool Lending Library, the Sioux Falls Tool Library, rather. This is a thing that you guys started recently. Tell me a little bit about this, Jordan. It's a really cool idea.
Well, yeah, it's a really cool idea. It's also a really simple one. What it is we have a collection of tools. And if you want to join to become a member of the Tool Library, it's $50 a year. And then you have access to the whole selection. So that's stuff like drills, brooms, shovels. We have lawnmowers, and our collection is growing. So as the membership grows, it also opens the door for new possibilities. Obviously, right now, we're in a small space at 921 East 8th Street. We're actually around back. In Sioux Falls, South Dakota, it's like the old Smoes Pub, formerly Red Sea Pub, and we are around the back, and folks can check us out. We're mostly open during the day, like 4 to 6. We're in the midst of finding volunteers right now, so we're hopefully getting in full operation in the next month or so. But we're pretty active on social media, Facebook. If folks need to message us or email us, we're pretty responsive. So if folks have donations or if they want to get in to check out the tool library at a certain time, we're pretty responsive.
SiouxFallsToolLibrary.org is the website for that. And are there specific tools that you guys are looking for? You're going, man, I really wish somebody had one of these.
You know, I think right now, I think if folks were willing to donate like some decent power tools. We have a selection of drills and sawzalls and things like that, but like getting a few solid bets, like a really nice impact driver and a really nice circular saw with a consistent battery set, like say DeWalt or Milwaukee, those types of brands would be really helpful. Otherwise, I mean, we're steadily getting the stuff that we want. What's been really interesting is, and this is sort of the power of asking, so to speak. There have been times where I'm like, okay, I have a post hole digger that I need for a project, a community project with the CRC. Yeah. I'm like, okay, where do I get one? Well, I just jumped on to Facebook on social media and said, hey, does anyone out there have a spare post hole digger? And within about 48 hours, I'll find one. Someone will drop one off.
That's
like
awesome.
It's happened several times. Yeah, and I think it's just like people see the like, oh, I got this tool lying around. I'm not using it. I might as well have these guys use it. They can manage the resource. Folks can come use that tool if they ever need to. But then it's also open to other folks in the neighborhood, in the community. And I look at it like there's so many times people come around to a project and there's something in the way. They're missing a tool and they just need that one tool and they can complete it. And that's what I think that's what we're trying to alleviate, some of those spaces.
I love that. And I've got some tools I'm going to be bringing to you. I was telling you that. We've got several projects we're going to be wrapping up soon. And when we're done with these, I'm going to be bringing a whole bunch of stuff down there. So I'll see if we can maybe, when it's time to do that, maybe we'll also post a thing online asking other folks, hey, if you've got some stuff, we'll bring it down. I think this is really cool. Again, the tool library, the Sioux Falls Tool Library, siouxfallstoollibrary.org. And one of the other things you guys do, I think this is really cool as well, Citizen Taco. And this is a thing you do on Wednesdays. Tell me a little bit about what you guys do for Citizen Taco.
Well, Citizen Taco is also a very simple concept. You come to the stand, I give you a taco, and then you give me an idea to make the community better. So we're every week we're there out in front of the Union Gospel Mission thrift store. We've just recently started working with Rudy Navarrete, who has the Rudy Taco Bus. And so we are working with him, and now we're serving upwards of 150 people a week. And it's a way for folks to get to know each other in the Whittier neighborhood. And a lot of these folks might be houseless. They might be residents of the Bishop Dudley. They might be folks that just live in the Whittier neighborhood, or they're folks that are just like coming down to have tacos. And it offers a really safe space to engage with the community and actually get a sense of like, okay, what's going on 8th Street? What's happening? And there's a lot of houseless people down there. And as a result, there are challenges that have come from that density. So we're trying to understand that at the CRC, and we use Citizen Taco to create a really safe space to build community.
If you'd like to learn more about that, mycrc.org. And we talked earlier about the Sioux Falls Tool Library, that website, siouxfallstoollibrary.org. Jordan, thank you for doing what you do, and thanks for your time today.
All right, thank you.
Again, Jordan Deffenbaugh. And again, if you'd like to learn more about Sioux Falls Tool Library, siouxfallstoollibrary.org and mycrc.org. Thanks for listening to The John and Heidi Show.
Did you know you can allocate a percentage of your IRA to physical gold and silver with a tax-free rollover? You can put your IRA back on the gold standard. Genesis Gold IRA is the only IRA that can hold physical precious metals. Call now for your free gold and silver report and learn how to qualify for up to $10,000 in free silver. GenesisGoldIRA.com would like to help protect your IRA today with a simple phone call. Learn more and get the phone number at GenesisGoldIRA.com. That's GenesisGoldIRA.com.
This day in Sioux Falls history brought to you by the Sioux Falls Fun Page and Sunny 93.3. It was on this day, July 20th, 1903, a brand new Carnegie Public Library opened to the public in Sioux Falls. The first library in Sioux Falls was created by the Ladies History Club back in 1881 and was greatly expanded by the gift of a local attorney, J.M. Bailey. His personal book collection was given to them in 1890. But the continued growth of the city and the collection of more and more books created the need for a permanent library building. Initially, William and Winona Axtell Lyon answered the call and donated the old All Souls Church at 12th and Dakota to the city to be used as a library. However, word reached town that Andrew Carnegie was funding brand new, beautiful library buildings all around the country. Steel mogul Andrew Carnegie retired from the steel business after a particularly bloody strike at one of his plants. As a man from a poor family who had worked his way to the very top, he had no desire to see people get hurt in their demand for fair wages and better working conditions. So he left the business world and became a of philanthropists giving away huge chunks of money to causes that he deemed worthy. Libraries became a favorite cause for Carnegie, and he would eventually fund the construction, furnishings, or expansion of over 2,500 libraries around the world. So a group of Sioux Falls citizens, including W.H. Lyon and Josephine Gilden, began working to secure a grant from Carnegie. In the end, he would give $30,000 to build the Carnegie Public Library in downtown Sioux Falls. The Ladies History Club and other local organizations would raise thousands more to purchase books and furnish the new building. It was on this day in Sioux Falls history that the doors were finally open for all to see. This day in Sioux Falls history has been brought to you by SiouxFallsFunPage.com and Sunny 93.3.
How much do you pay for your cell phone every month? If that's more than $15, it's time for a Mintervention. Mint Mobile makes it affordable and easy to switch. Get a new phone or bring your current one. Whether you're a fan of iPhones or Samsung, they both work well with Mint Mobile. At Mintervention.com, you can see the current special offers from Mint Mobile, offering premium wireless for just $15 a month. That's far less than most people are paying. Just $15 a month. Learn more now at Mintervention.com.
Here's your Market Beat Minute for Thursday, July 20th, brought to you by GenesisGoldIRA.com. Equity markets advanced Wednesday despite another cooler than expected economic report. The housing starts and building permits figure were weaker than expected despite a recent downtick in mortgage rates. The news indicates a slowing within the housing sector and one that could gain momentum as the year progresses. Mortgage rates are back in the 7.5% range for an average 30-year mortgage and will likely rise given the outlook for the FOMC policy. FOMC meets in less than a week and they're expected to hike rates by another 25 basis points. The S&P 500 continues to rise but is heading for a hard ceiling. How it gets is still questionable, but signs are growing that the top could be closer than many market participants realize. The next target for solid resistance is at an all-time high, which will be reached soon. At the pace the market is advancing, the all-time high could be reached by the end of the summer. If the market can't move to a new high, the odds are high that equity markets will remain range-bound for the remainder of the year. You can get the inside track at MarketBeatMinute.com.
Why did the chicken cross the road? To save money on insurance at InsuranceChicken.com. Do you have the best plan for you? Find out at InsuranceChicken.com. Let's face it, we don't even want insurance. We need it. But you don't need to overpay. Head over to InsuranceChicken.com to see your rates from several different companies. All available in one place at InsuranceChicken.com. The other guys have a gecko, a duck, and an emu. Why not a chicken? InsuranceChicken.com. That's InsuranceChicken.com.